All right, welcome back to another episode of the Casual Crossover Podcast. We are on episode number 6, also known as the Dr. J episode and the Bill Russell episode. So we're recording live right now at 3:41 p.m. May 26th, and yesterday we had 3 NBA games, both game 2s. Boston Celtics versus Brooklyn Nets, Los Angeles Lakers versus the Phoenix Suns, and Dallas Mavericks versus Los Angeles Clippers. We're going to do some reactions on the games. And let's start with the first game, Nets versus Celtics. What is your take, Mike?
I watched the game yesterday. It was a blowout. 130 broken nets. Boston Celtic 108. Yeah, it wasn't even close, that game. It was a blowout from start to finish, pretty much. Um, and to be honest, Brooklyn didn't even play well. The big three didn't even play on a great, like, an excellent game, but they were just business as usual. Just pulling up the stats right now.
Okay, if you're going to give me one overreaction about this game, what is your overreaction?
There's no overreaction. I think it's expected. Right? I don't think anybody
is the series over? Is the series over?
I think it's over. Like we all gave them, all 3 of us gave Boston 1 game. So it's on pace. I mean, unless they get sweep, right? But yeah, it was a blowout. There's not too much to really say other than it was like Boston there's nothing Boston can do. Tatum had a bad game, and then looks like he got injured as well. So what's his status for game 3 is. KD did his thing. Kyrie had a quiet game, but he doesn't even need to play. He doesn't even need to play his good games for yesterday. And then James Harden was facilitating, and then I did take notes on beginning of the second quarter. Those are 7 minutes that KD and James Harden was on the bench. Yeah, he just took over the game, and it was just like he did whatever he needed to do. So Boston couldn't stop him, and shout out to Joe Harris. He gave them a really good start. So he scored 25 for the whole game, and then I think he scored like 20 in the first half. So
yeah, he basically went on a one-man run against Celtics and just picked them apart.
Yeah, Boston have no answer for him. So
nope.
Yeah, there's really not much to say about the series. I mean,
no overreaction at all, right?
No, right? I mean, to be honest, who's actually gonna be everybody is expecting Brooklyn to go to the Eastern Conference Final already, and nobody really expect Celtics to get much out of this. So yeah, I think it's just business as usual for both teams. Boston will be happy with 1 game, but if they get sweep, I don't think people can blame them too much, right? Because one thing I forgot to mention, even the Brooklyn Nets defense was excellent yesterday too. So when they play defense, when the offense is like this, it's pretty much game over.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, man. Like in game 1, like my overreaction would have been that they kept it really close. They kept it kind of close, right? Up until the very end, and then it was game. They lost by 11 points, right? Yeah. So I was honestly expecting Celtics to make it another close game, but I guess they just came out flat tired, ready to go home, ready to go back to Boston to defend their home court, right?
Yeah.
So it was not too much of any overreaction here going on, right? If we're gonna talk about the Lakers, okay, I'll let you go first about the Lakers and the Suns.
Oh, are we talking about Lakers right now? The second game?
Yeah, second game, Lakers and Suns. What would your overreaction be about this game?
Overreaction. I mean, LeBron. I mean, he's a slow. Can you even call him slow starter these days? By now, mean, he still doesn't look right. I mean, I don't know if it's a game plan or if he's actually not 100%. But yeah, like I'm still a little bit worried about them. Like my prediction for them was they win in seven. So my prediction is still going okay. Like they got one game, but yeah, it's just going for the long term, like for deeper into the playoff. I don't know like how he's gonna be because yeah, he just looks doesn't have much power going into the paint other than like that open dunk that he had, the breakaway dunk, and then you know his drive doesn't seem like doesn't have as much power as he's usually have. So he told and then but he shot well yesterday. His threes he made a lot of clutch shots down the wire. So yeah, I honestly don't think there's any. I don't have too much overreaction, but it just like for me it's just more word like still that concern for LeBron.
Yeah, honestly, like being a firm Lakers fan for all these years, like my overreaction to this game would be that I don't think Lakers can win a championship this year. Like if it's overreaction, then this will be my overreaction. I don't think they can win a championship this year. From what I
I think
saw in game two, like both of LeBron and AD, they don't look healthy.
I think it's fair. I mean, your concern is fair.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
like
fair. I mean,
LeBron, he didn't make any drives. I have not seen him drive and make a layup or
yeah,
go for a dunk. The
yeah,
only dunk, like you said, he had was the alley oop from Davis, right?
yeah.
And then AD, it's very concerning when you have Cam Johnson guarding you in the paint
Mhm.
and he cannot back up Cam Johnson. He got stuck. Like when you see that, you're like, yo, like what is going on? Like
I feel
what is wrong
like
with AD? He doesn't look right.
I feel like yesterday game was I'm not gonna try to give him an excuse, but I feel like yesterday was a game for them to like kind of get everybody involved. So he knows if he back them down, he's gonna get double teamed. So he's gonna open up space for other players. And I think they did. I think they did well yesterday. Like the role players and I mean Schroeder had a good game. I mean Marc Gasol made some shots. I mean he made
They
the
need to play
clutch
Marc
shots,
Gasol
right?
more.
He made the clutch shots, right? When they were
Mm-hmm.
like 106, 103,
Yeah.
and he made the open three. I mean, that was good to see. Yeah, but I did mention it with you off the air, like like KCP and Kyle Kuzma is not contributing. So, I mean, KCP played really good defense down the stretch against Booker, but like I feel like LeBron and AD is gonna need some contribution from Kuzma and KCP because like you said, this series is pretty tight. You don't want to just always rely on LeBron and AD, right? Especially when we can see that they're not 100%. So
Yeah.
I mean, Schroeder scored like what 25 yesterday. So but Kuzma and KCP didn't give them anything. I think they were like combined what 1 for 10. I don't let me pull up the score, but yeah, I think they were combined. Yeah,
Yeah.
oh sorry, 1 for 8.
Mm-hmm.
KCP. So KCP didn't score.
KCP
Um,
wasn't really scoring too
yeah.
much.
No, but okay, for someone that's playing 30 minutes as your starting point shooting guard, you need some contribution from him. So like yes, his defense is good, but like yeah, if the series goes down to the game 6 or game 7, you need some scoring from him. Um, but like to be fair to him as well, I mean to uh Bogo, yesterday not many other player contributed. Like I mean Gasol had his 6, and
Okay, I
yeah,
have a I
Horton
have an
Tucker,
interesting I have an
yeah,
interesting
Horton Tucker
stat for
didn't
you.
score. Yeah.
So the lineup of Dennis Schroeder, KCP, LeBron, Davis, and Gasol, they played together a total of 584 possessions this season, and they have a point differential of plus 12.8.
Mm-hmm.
If we swap Gasol with Drummond, they only have a plus minus of 7.3.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why they don't play Marc Gasol more. I wish they played Marc Gasol more.
he doesn't. I don't know
right?
because like
584 possessions is a pretty big sample size in my
at this
opinion,
age, no,
right?
but at his age, it's kind of like you don't know what you're getting from him night in, night out though. So like yesterday, he contributed like 6 points, and for us, it's already for us, you know, watching from the outside, it's like oh, that's a big accomplishment because normally he don't even give them that. And Drummond actually had a good game yesterday, offensively at least, and like he worked really hard on the boards to get
Mm-hmm.
rebounds and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know. I just feel like at this age, Gasol, he's not the fastest. He's never like the fastest or quickest, but like he was nimble. Like I guess that the word nimble, right? Like he's have high IQ, right? But now he's
Yeah.
slower. So it feels like the reason why they don't start him on the center is because of that. Like he doesn't have the speed, the foot speed anymore. So he's gonna get burned when they do pick and roll. And yesterday, I feel like Phoenix could have taken advantage a little bit more. I mean, Cameron Payne had a really good game, and he could have easily he drove a lot of times, and most of the time he made it. So I feel like they can do that. They try to exploit that more next game. I feel like it'll be interesting to see, right?
Yeah. Yeah. On the flip side, my other side, like as an optimistic Lakers fan, I think the series, I think they can go home and win two, and they come back and just win another one to the Phoenix, and it'll be over. Like I
Yeah,
don't really see the Lakers losing two in a row at home.
yeah. Well, I mean, right now it's probably the series looking like Lakers in six. But I mean, it's so close. Like I said, it's so close that it could easily go to seven. So I mean, I'm gonna stick with my Lakers in
Stick
seven
with Lakers
prediction.
in six. I'm going with
Lakers in
Lakers in
seven.
five. I'm going with
Yeah,
Lakers in five.
I think Clark said six.
Yeah, Clark
I
said
think
six, and I
did
said
you say five?
I say five. Lakers in
Okay,
five.
okay. Yeah, no, it's fair. I think it's fair
And
prediction.
then okay, let's move
Yeah.
on to LA's lesser brother right here, the the Los
You
Angeles
know what?
Clippers.
I just want to say, it like with based on my prediction, I think I had Clippers in 6 or 7. I don't remember.
I
It
have
just really
Mavericks in five.
you said Mavericks in five. No,
Yeah,
for me, like I'm just like, yo, this is really disappointing for the Clippers.
yeah,
Like it's to be to be blunt, is actually pretty embarrassing.
it's embarrassing. Like
Um,
my overreaction to this game is that I told you off the pod, like Luka Doncic is young Michael Jordan. He's
no,
young Michael
no,
Jordan.
no, no, no,
There
no.
is nobody that can guard him right now. Look at this
Yeah.
guy carrying a bunch of scrubs. He's carrying a bunch of scrubs. And he's what, getting 40, 30-point triple doubles, killing
No,
Kawhi and PG. They're
okay,
supposed to be your
okay.
best
There is something wrong.
wing defenders in the league.
There
This
is
is the
something
duel.
wrong. There is something wrong with the Clippers defense. There is something wrong. Like there's
Oh, so
something
now we're
really
not gonna credit
like
Luka Doncic for
there is
killing them, or
something
you're
wrong
just
with
gonna
the
say the
defense.
Clippers
Like
defense
no,
sucks?
okay, no. If Doncic can score 40, like okay, like you let him score 40, but you can't let everybody else like also you can't let Team Hardaway score 28 points on you. You can't let who else was there? Who else was contributing yesterday? Um,
Porzingis.
yeah, Porzingis scored 20 after he got fined $50,000 by the league for
Yeah,
rallying by
that's the
COVID
comeback.
protocol.
That's the
Like,
clapback, man. He's like, yo,
no,
I go to the strip club, but I can still come out here and give you
like
guys
you
game.
can, like you can. I'm looking at the stat. Okay, Cleaver scored 13 points. Hey, how? Um, Finney Smith. Okay, Finney Smith didn't do well. Like Richardson scored 9 points. And then Brunson scored 9 points. Like you can't let that happen. You let Doncic score 40, okay, but then you need to start limiting the rest of the team. How are
Yeah,
you gonna let like the other three guys score 61 points on you? Like that recipe is just not gonna work. And then like I don't know if you guys caught the post match press conference, right? Ty Lue and Paul George was like, "Oh, we're not concerned, right?" I'm like, "Yo, you guys are definitely gonna nominate for like Oscar next year too, right? Because your acting is so good." like your poker face. It's like, oh yeah, we're not concerned.
You
Yeah,
dropped 2 games at home.
yeah,
You
you
can't
drop two
say you're
games at
not
home. How are you
concerned.
gonna be not concerned? And then like you and Kawhi, I mean Paul George and Kawhi actually had a good game offensively, but
They had
damn,
a
like
really good game.
hey,
Kawhi was
you
what,
can't
40
waste
points?
a performance like this. Like 41 points from Kawhi and you lost by like six.
Paul
That's
George had a near
unacceptable.
triple double too, 28, 12, and 6. Like
Yeah,
these are
it's
some really
crazy.
good stats from them. It's
You
just like
can't let that
the
happen.
rest of the team, like,
Yeah, it's just unacceptable. Um,
hey, Zubac played 21 minutes and he only got 2 points and 6 rebounds. Like, what is
yeah.
going on?
No, like yesterday, I like other couple other things that I wanted to point out was like I don't understand why Ibaka only played 5 minutes. Um, I don't know why.
Cousins didn't play. Luke Kennard didn't play.
Cousin is not in. No, both of them weren't even not in the rotation.
Yeah, but like, why
Um,
is Luke Kennard not playing? They're paying him so much money.
I don't know, but yeah, but Ibaka only played 5 minutes. Rondo played 18 minutes, and I think this morning. Stephen A was at First Take, and that's what he was saying too. He's like, what's the point of you like paying Rondo or get Rondo to be in your team, but then you only play him 18 minutes, and he wasn't even playing down the stretch. It was like Reggie Jackson.
Reggie
Um,
Jackson played 30 minutes. Patrick
yeah,
Beverly played 23 minutes.
yeah,
All the minutes are gone. All the point guard
like
minutes are gone.
what's the point of you having Rondo in your team if you're gonna
Yeah,
only play him 18 minutes and don't play him down the stretch? It's just like
yeah,
it makes no sense. Like
yeah,
Ty Lue, like what are you thinking? Like
yeah.
are you trying to like just be like, hey, we'll abandon the defensive side and we'll just try to outscore them, but like at the same time, it just don't work. Like you already like from the start, you're already like losing that battle with Doncic. So you need to start like showing up your defense on the rest of the team, the Dallas Mavericks. But now you're not even doing that. Then like, how are you gonna expect your team to like bounce back, right?
Mhm.
Like what adjustment can you make from between game two and game three? Like yeah, you try everything, right? Like what you guys said. You try single like just man to man defense on him. You try double teaming. You try trapping him. All right, you trap him, and then he pass it. He make the right move to open teammates, and then they make a shot because you guys are not jumping out. So it's just like what's the point? Is like the overreaction for me will be like yeah, it's a wrap.
Yeah,
It's a
it's a
wrap,
wrap.
right?
It's a wrap. I think it's a
Yeah,
wrap.
like you might get one game, you might get two, but like if you just gonna play the same way as you're playing right now, yeah, like I don't see a way for them to come back. And then the off-season question is gonna be like, no, this team needs to be blown up because it's just unacceptable.
Yeah, like I'm very intrigued to see what the future holds for this team. Like you lose two at home, right? If they lose another one, if they lose a third one in Dallas, oh man. And especially when you go back to Texas, which Texas has everything opened up. They can have a full house of fans in there,
No,
right? And
you're
I
right.
think all the fans are so excited to just trash on like and for their home court, just trash on the Clippers, trash on
Yeah,
Paul George. I
yeah, I don't
almost feel
know.
bad for Paul George because the guy had a great game. Everybody on Twitter was still like, going at him, saying that he had a pandemic performance again. I'm like, that's not a
Pandemic
pandemic
performance.
performance. This guy almost got a triple double,
Um,
right?
he's minus 18. I mean, he's plus minus is minus
Well,
18.
they lost the game. Whatever plus minus, it don't really matter, right? Like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
like okay, like just looking at plus minus, I know it's that number is always inflated or is always blown out of proportion. But like
Yeah,
Rondo
it is
playing
out of
18 minutes,
proportion.
he's plus 13,
Yeah,
and
it's
then
so hard to say, right? It's
yeah,
so
and then
hard to
Batum was
say.
plus 7. So I mean, like, can you like is there any adjustment there where like you can maybe play less? Like okay, right now, here's another hot take. I would just say Beverly he's supposed to be a defensive specialist. If he's not even doing his job, I mean, he's not able to stop Doncic or anybody. Why play him? You might as well just put him on the bench and then just play.
They should put Wando on him. They should
Yeah,
put Batum on
right.
him. They
Because
should
that's
try
his.
everything on him.
Yeah, because that's his.
Put him
That's
out
the
of
main
his
purpose.
misery, man. Patrick
That's
Beverly's suffering right
yeah, that's the purpose. That's the main purpose for him being on the team is defensive
now.
specialist and try to lock down like the other team's score. If he can't do that, then yeah, like why give him that like 20 minutes and just give it to Rondo,
Yeah,
and see what Rondo can do. I mean, you might as well, right? You gotta try everything now. So
yeah.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see game three. It'll be
Do you
interesting.
think they'll drop game three, or do you think Clippers can make a bounce back?
um, I I would hope they get game three to make it interesting. But
Yeah,
if Mavericks get game three, yeah, I think it's game over. Series over.
no, it's over. Once they get
So,
game three, it's
like, time to
over.
go to Cancun, right?
Yeah, Paul George and Beverly's probably booking tickets to the Cancun right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Oh man,
it'll be
that's a
interesting to
rough,
see.
rough season for the Clippers, man. Rough way to end their little run here. I think Kawhi's gonna be gone. I think they're probably gonna trade Paul George. They're probably just gonna go flow bone,
Yeah.
rebuild. They might as well just rebuild the team. There's no point of
Over
this
proportion, right
anymore.
there you go. Your overstatement of the
Yeah, exaggerate. Just rebuild. Just go into rebuild mode right now. It's over.
Yep.
Steve
Oh Lord.
Steve Ballmer. Steve Ballmer can sell the team. He sell the team, and then
Uh,
maybe move the Clippers away from LA, break that curse, finally get somewhere in the playoffs.
now he can sell the team, man. Just sell the team and invest on something else.
Like I'm starting to believe that there is such a thing as a Clippers curse. Like I like it's just crazy after all these years of watching the Clippers have all these like great players, and then whenever they get into playoffs, it's either choking, it's either injury, like Chris Paul, remember all that?
Yeah.
Like how does it not work out? Like how does Kawhi and Paul George not work out
Yeah.
together? Like it doesn't make sense to me. Like the way it played out, it just
Yeah. Hey, we forgot to mention, like going back to the Phoenix and Lakers series, man, I feel bad for Chris Paul. Like him getting injured again and
yeah,
not able to contribute.
yeah, that's tough.
Um, like I mean, I still like it's just every single year, every single playoff, every single playoff year when he's in, he's always gets some injury and then he's either like affected or just he just can't play. So hopefully he can come back and like you know
Yeah.
make a
I
run
mean,
for
man,
Phoenix.
like that wasn't even 20 minutes into the series,
Yeah,
and he just pulled his shoulders, right?
yeah,
Shoulder contusion, that's what they
yeah,
call it.
yeah. So
Yeah,
hopefully we still see him.
yeah,
I feel like it was too hard for him to play in the fourth quarter, and then Monty Williams and part of the coaching staff are just like, you know what, let's just save him for game three
for game
and
three
game
or for
four.
game four, right? Yeah,
Uh, no, and like I said, like you talk about off the pod, like I don't think Phoenix should be too down on this game. They did have a good game, so they're still in it. So yeah, let's hopefully Paul can play next game, and then yeah, it will be a really good battle for them.
yeah. Even though it was just a win for the Lakers, it felt
Yeah,
like they lost the game. Like it wasn't.
yeah.
It was too hard. It was way too hard. They shouldn't even be playing like this. You know what I mean? Like they don't need like Davis dropped 34, LeBron got 23, Schroeder got 24, Drummond got 15 and 12. Like these guys are
It
putting
doesn't feel
up
like a
big
win, right?
stats.
It
Yeah, it
doesn't feel
doesn't
like
feel
a
like a
win.
win. It does
No, it doesn't,
it
right?
does not feel like a win. And watching the whole game, like I just felt like people got fooled by Davis's stats. Like this guy did not look good on the court. He definitely didn't look good on. He didn't look right.
Yeah. Hey,
So
why don't well, I mean like it's just past four, and then the today's game is just about to start. You want to do some prediction on today's game?
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So we're
Like
just playing at 4 o'clock.
yeah,
So they're just about to start against the Sixers.
yeah.
Then Hawks are playing the Knicks, and then Grizzly playing the Jazz. So what's your prediction for today?
Um, I want to see the Wizards come out competitive. Like I want to see them try to make a bounce back and try to win this game today. Um, I think the chances are going to be slim, and they're probably going to win the two at home if they want to
Mhm.
make this a series. But they're probably going to lose this today, so it's probably going to be an Embiid bounce back game. And then I think Sixers got this one.
All right.
Knicks, I'm
Those
gonna
Sixers
yeah,
going 2-0.
Sixers gonna go two
All
nothing.
right. Okay. Okay.
Um, Knicks is gonna bounce back for sure. Like they're they're gonna drag Atlanta into the mud and play defense and
Okay.
gonna make them beat them, and the last final score is gonna be like 90-86 or something.
Like the
Play
old
some
90s, the old 90s.
play some 90s basketball. They're gonna drag them into the
Like
mud.
the come team of Tumbo versus Marcus Camby kind of game.
Hawks is not flying. Hawks is not gonna fly tonight. I just don't see it. I
Okay.
don't see it.
All right, all right. And then so so 1-1. The series going 1-1.
Yeah, Knicks is
And
supposed to
then
tie it up.
Grizzlies.
As much as I want the Grizzlies to win this one, I think Donovan Mitchell's comeback might be too big for them to handle.
All
But
right.
there is a big if, like if Mitchell comes back really rusty,
Yeah.
I think he might hurt the team more than he helps the team. And that
Okay.
way Grizzlies might get another win because they're rolling, right?
Yeah.
They are rolling. They won 3 games in a row now, 3 really big games against the Spurs, against the Warriors, and then now they took game 1 against the Jazz. Like
Yeah.
these guys are the confidence are sky high,
Yep. Definitely.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you're saying Utah's gonna get this game? So
Utah
1-1.
will probably get this game.
All right. All right. So okay. So for me, yeah, I agree with you on that. I don't think I want this series to be competitive. Um, I mean they did a good job first game to make it competitive. I mean they kept it pretty close until like a couple last few minutes of the fourth quarter, right when they
Hmm.
just like blew it open.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think Sixers will take this one. So 2-0. So they're gonna take game 2. So they'll
Hmm.
go to game 3 in Washington up 2-0 and yeah. Hawks and Knicks. I think Knicks need to figure out how to stop Trey Young. Um, if they can't stop him and he can dish it to his supporting cast, Hawks can easily go 2-0 on them today. Randall need to bounce back today.
Hmm.
Um,
That's for sure.
you can't rely on Alec Burks to score another 26 points. So
Hmm.
you know what? I would take the opposite. I'm gonna say Hawks will you'll get another one from MSG today. I'll say
Okay.
I'll say Hawks going 2-0 on
That's
them,
very
and then
fair. That's very
no,
fair.
because they can easily just
Yeah.
interchange, right? And
Yeah.
because Knicks can easily take 2 from Atlanta.
Yeah.
Um, and then Memphis and Utah. I think Memphis have the momentum.
Yeah.
Like you said, they are riding the hot streak.
Yeah.
Um, I think Utah will get the Mitchell return boost. Um, I think Utah will take this one. So I think they will go 1-1, going
Yeah.
back to Memphis.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I think Donovan Mitchell coming back today is they need it. I think they need him today. Um, they can lose game 1, but if they don't want to lose second game as well.
Hmm.
So I feel like that's the blessing in disguise for them. Like even though yes, he was upset about not able to
Yeah.
return game 1, but you want him to be 100. You want to be like absolutely sure that he's good to go. So yes, you lost game 1. It's not too big of a deal, but you don't want to lose game 2. So I feel like they will take game 2. So it will be 1-1 going to Memphis. Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's always. I think we'll be like tuning in for sure. Right after we finish this, we'll hurry hop on the TV and start
Yeah, hop
watching.
on because like I think the Wizards and Sixers games are starting right now.
Yeah.
So
All right.
yeah.
Okay.
All
That was
right.
good.
Yeah.
That was
That
fun.
was pretty good. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see
Yeah.
you guys soon.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.